Hey everybody, welcome to Life Inside Hell. It's me, your host, Brother Wild Bill, coming to you from inside the most dangerous prison in the Western Hemisphere. I'm the prison's chaplain as well as an inmate in the worst facility in Central America, where I am serving a 46-year sentence. I'm 13 years into that sentence, and this is my audio diary and motivational channel. I got like a lot of just hodgepodge things to say, or maybe not that much actually. I'm kind of in a holding pattern. As many of you know, I'm waiting on a transfer today. Today was supposed to be the day that they decide, which doesn't mean today will be the day I know about it. But sometime between now and the weekend, I should know what's going on. I'm waiting on with bated breath with the very near assurity, knowing or hoping that I'm going to the minimum security prison where I left. I'm sorry, I'm being confusing in what I'm saying. I was sent here and head to hell from a minimum security prison. I'm trying to get back to that minimum security prison. I've been sick for 3 or 4 days, but I'm much better today. I got up this morning. I tore a pec muscle. I didn't even know that's possible to do. I actually had a friend of mine years ago, 20 years ago, you might say even, who was then about 40. I was a young kid then, learning how to do powerlifting, and he tore a pec muscle, but his was bad. I mean, like really bad. Like it turned blue and everything. He was all fucked up. I think I just strained mine. The other day I was doing push-ups and like doing very many sets of push-ups, and it started to hurt, like almost like a cramp. And so I stopped. I said, that's not normal. And so I said, well, I'll wait a few days. And I forgot about it, actually. I just kind of forgot about it. So I got up this morning. I went to do push-ups again, and I did 3 rounds of them, 3 series of them, and then on the 4th series, it like began to hurt again. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to wait and figure out what to do about that. I got to look that up online to see what you do about strained or torn pectoral muscle. My right side of my chest, right underneath my chest, just on the lower part of my chest is where it hurts, where it connects to the head of the shoulder there. So that sucks. But then I decided to run because it didn't bother me to run. So I ran and did a little shoulder workout. I had a church service this morning. It was good. Talked about, in the book of Proverbs in the Bible, it talks about how the Bible says you'll have to eat the fruit of your mouth. So be careful what you say. That's chapter 18, verse 20. And that's also a generalization of what it says, not verbatim. But man shall live by the fruit of his mouth. So you better be careful what the hell you're saying. And you better be careful what you want for other people as well, because what you want for other people is what God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, is going to give to you. 100%. That's very true. I'm going through a lot of small tests right now. I noticed that, like, I think it's just because I'm waiting, I'm a little nervous because, I know I'll be okay even if it turns out poor and bad and I don't get to go. I'll still be okay, but I think that I'm going. But I've been waiting for 4 fucking years on this, so I mean, really wanted to go through. But I really feel like it's going to go through too. I feel pretty sure it will. I'd be surprised if it didn't go through. I talked to the major the other day. A lot of things have happened. I talked to my friend who's a police major here. And it's very high up in the rankings of police officers. And he came down to see me, and he said, "I'll be sending you to Cherokee soon." And I said, "I hope so, man." And I said, "What do you know about that?" And he said, "Well, that went off last Monday. It usually takes 7 days, so today's 7 days." And he said, this was like Thursday or Friday. He told me this, and he said, and I said, "What do you think my chances are?" And he says, "I'd be surprised if you didn't go." He said, "Also, if it was no, I think I'd already know. If it was no, because another guy got turned down, and I know he got turned down, but I don't know nothing about yours. So it should be yes." And he said, "And how could it be no?" He said, this was really interesting because I got a little more in depth of what happened. The warden lady here said yes. My direct boss, who is Police Commissioner Morales, said yes. His boss, these are signatures on my transfer. His boss, the guy in control of the whole La Jollita, La Mega Jolla, the La Jolla complex, 12,000 prisoners, he signed off, said yes. The prison board voted yes. So there's 4 yeses. And that's a pretty strong case. Now it has to go to the prison czar, the national prison director, and he just has to sign it. So if if he doesn't sign it, then I don't get to go. But I think that's the only thing that's holding me back, and that should have happened today. He should have been, the decision should be decided. They told me it should have been decided today. So I'm hoping that tomorrow, the next day, or maybe the day after, they come and say, "Hey, roll your shit up, let's go, gringo," you know. So we'll see about that. And so I asked him. I said, and so and the major said, after that show you put on in front of the consul, the United States consul that came to see me one time with all the heads of and I slung the shit, you know. He said, after that show you put on there, he said, I'd be really surprised if he turned it down, because he said, I think that's where it's coming from. I think that's where the pressure's coming from to get you out of here from the consul, actually. So we'll just wait and see. But I don't really have anything to say. I just came on here to check in. Now, one of the things I was talking about, I've talked to several people. A dear friend from California, who I haven't talked to in a long time, who is going through a breakup right now, and or just has gone through it, and trying to explain a few things to her. I don't know, like I was trying to think of anything I might have said to her that might have helped. This is one thing. She asked me what she should do. I'm not betraying any confidence because I'll never say her name or anything like that. But she asked me what she should do about a relative who's giving her a hard time. And I said this. I said, in life, and I'm going through something similar too. I've got a man who's supposed to be a friend of mine who's giving me a hard time right now. And this is the way I look at it. You're walking down the street, and a Rottweiler comes up to a chain link fence and starts barking at you. Rah, 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 rah. You look at the Rottweiler and you think, and you keep walking. And you get home, and the worries of the day, trying to take care of your kids, trying to make sure you get your bills paid, trying to keep your ass out of jail. These things are so overpowering that you forget you ever even saw the dog. And then what you don't do is when the Rottweiler comes running up to the fence to bark at you, you don't stop and say, "Why are you barking at me? Why? What do you want from me? Why are you angry with me?" You don't say that to the dog, because the dog can't fucking understand you. And he could never understand you. And not only that, you don't give a fuck what the dog thinks, do you? But why do you treat the dog that way, but you don't treat other people that way? You should treat other people that way too. Fuck you. I ain't got time to listen to you and nothing you got to say to me. And so that's how I look at the other people. They're just dogs behind fences talking shit, and they can't even. I'm on such a high level, they can't even understand what I'm about. You know what I'm trying to do. They can't fucking understand it. So they can go to hell with their envy and their bullshit. You know, their envy and their down talking, their criticism. I don't hear any of that shit. I don't hear any of that shit because they're just a dog in a fence barking, man. They can't understand where I'm going, what I'm doing. So, I mean, I would advise you to do that. Another thing, I talked to another friend of mine. Actually, I have like a lot of friends from California. This is a young lady from California who is distraught because a certain boy that she likes or a certain man that she likes won't pay her any attention. And I told her, I said, you know, she explained to me the situation. She even sent me a picture of the man. The man is kind of goofy looking, and she's a relatively attractive young woman. And so I asked her, I said, why are you chasing this man? It doesn't make any sense to me. If he isn't interested in you, and to me, frankly, he looks like a doofy ass fucker anyway. And like the things you've told me about him, he's not very intelligent. Doesn't sound like the decisions that he's making. So like if you offer somebody, like this is what I said, if you offer somebody a bag full of money or a banana, the human being normally will take the bag full of money because he can buy, even if he's hungry, because he can buy a shitload more bananas with the bag full of money, right? But the gorilla is always going to take the banana over the money because the gorilla doesn't understand finance. So in this scenario, the girl is the bag full of money, and the other girl who's like less attractive than her is the banana. So, do you really want somebody that stupid in your life? You know? And the answer is no, obviously. So don't chase anybody. Don't chase any relationship. When people pull away from you, let them go. You don't try to hold on to nobody. I ain't saying push them away either. I'm not saying push them away. If somebody's reaching out to you then you meet them halfway, certainly. But if you're reaching out and reaching out and reaching out, and the other person isn't reaching out back to you and doesn't seem to care, then let them motherfuckers go. They ain't for you, because the people who are really for you, you can't lose. The person who's really for you, you can't lose. And I'm talking about friends, romantic relationships, business contacts, all that shit. Anything in life, anything at all. So, this is all the shit I'm going to talk today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you like this, please like and subscribe and comment. And maybe you could tell a friend. And if you didn't like it, then, oh my God, I don't know what I'd fuck you. Anyway, pull the description box down if you'd like to contact me directly. I do counseling. Hopefully, if I get into the new prison, I'll be able to do a lot more counseling, because the internet signal's really good there. I just talked to a friend of mine who's there, who said the internet signal, like video phone calls, shit normal, just everything's normal there. And communication equipment's extremely inexpensive there as well. So thanks, guys, for listening. If you want to contact me, my Instagram, Facebook, and what's the other one? The email is there. Also, if you want to know more about me, who I'm about, what I am, who I'm about, pull the description box down, and there's a link to a book I wrote called Long Live the King Wild Bill. Every time you buy that book, I make $5, and it's $12 for the book. It's a good book. It's on Amazon. The link's in the description box. Go buy the damn thing. You'll enjoy it. And you'll also help a poor bastard survive in prison. So God bless each and every one of you. I love you. Again, if you want counseling or need somebody to hear your shit, drop me a line. I'm available.